you've got a kind of a small shelter, which, see, I'll be brutally honest, if I'm an away supporter, I wouldn't like it. Because as you look to your, see if the ball's over by the corner flag at the John Hunter, which is the east stand, so see if you're behind the goal, as you look across, you've got like 4 wee stairs, but on those stairs they have a railing, so you're almost looking through a railing and it's away over the other side of the pitch to see that side of the park. It isn't ideal. I look at something like what Kilmarnock have done, where they've built like a raised platform in the stand, and I think surely it's possible for all clubs one day to be doing this, particularly SPL clubs. And sorry, Premiership. I was born in the 90s. I will always say SPL. It's one of my Freudian slips that I regularly have. But I think that I mean I've been to clubs like Paul McAllister who don't have any resources. Yet I see them trying to put in a shelter and a disabled toilet. So if clubs like Pollock can be seen to be doing something, I think clubs like my own, clubs like, I'll say Hibs for example, you go to Hibs, you're miles behind the goal, it's a terrible view. Kilmarnock, for away supporters, is still really bad. It's like looking through a post box almost. But I've spoken to people at Kilmarnock about that, and it's something I think that they're hoping to rectify over the next 5 years. So that's 5 to 10 years. So that's positive. I just think clubs need to be seen to be proactive. Now, this isn't me being negative, because clubs do have things in place for disabled supporters. I just think that, see, when the facilities were made, Alistair, for me there was a lot of box ticking that went on, rather than looking at how can we make these facilities the best possible for the supporters that are going to be using them. And I think that's where, now that we're in 2024, we need to be moving towards that. And I know that finances and stuff will come into it, but step by step, it doesn't need to be a giant leap. Step by step, make these wee improvements is what I would say. I mean, I'll say in terms of improvements, I've already mentioned them, but the immediate one that jumps out is Kilmarnock. Kilmarnock have put in that raised platform behind the goal. Now, the home support, that's for the home fans. The home fans used to have the similar kind of a post box that the away fans have currently. And I've been and I've reviewed it on my channel, a different view, and it is night and day ahead of what they had before. Night and day. Because when you're elevated, you can see the game tactically. You can see the game like an able-bodied person would. Hampden have got really good facilities in the north stand, where you're right up the back of the north stand. You get a lift up to it, and my seat right now for the friendly games, although the friendly against Northern Ireland was terrible, it was a perfect view. Right on the halfway line, elevated, could see the whole game tactically, see the whole pitch. There was not one part of the pitch where my view was obstructed. But you go to a lot of clubs and you're at ground level. When you're at ground level, it's very, very difficult to see what's going on. Very difficult, which is, I can only relate it as to why some managers like to sit in the stand. That's why, because you get a better view of the game, so they like to be elevated so they can see the game tactically. That's what I would like as a disabled supporter. But improvements that I've seen, I think clubs that do it really well, St Johnstone, you know, club, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I believe that they're the first club to put in a stoma toilet for people who have Crohn's disease, and I think that's absolutely massive. Also, that we don't just look at physical disabilities, that we look at the disabilities that are invisible. Now, I've got an editor for my channel who he has Crohn's disease, so I think that's what we're really looking to do in the channel, is cover all bases. And I think because the two of us have different disabilities with different experiences, that's the thing. Disabilities are a wide range. Disabilities aren't just one thing. You don't just look at a person and go, oh, there's a disabled person. We're not all in the same bracket. We all have different experiences. And when I'm doing these interviews and when I'm talking and campaigning, if you want to call it that, I can only speak from my own perspective. So it's important that I go out and speak to as many people as I can, hear their stories and learn from it. But I think St Johnston, fantastic. They put in a snowman toilet. I think that they had, I forget the name of it, but it was the cafe day that they had a couple of years ago. Which was fantastic. Seeing clubs that are inclusive to disabled supporters and really putting a focus on what they need. I mean, they've got people that come in and take their food orders. They've got wee cup holders, which is excellent for you to sit your drink in, and you're elevated so you can see the pitch.